Hi guys. Hello. Okay, we're gonna get it started in a minute. We'll go from there. We're gonna be going over a couple of different things today. I'll let people join the queue. We'll have some fun. It's gonna be good. Can I see my itinerary, Master Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page for today.
Absolutely.
Class is starting in 1 minute or so. I've got 3 people online. I'll take it. Probably a lot more here soon. Today, we're going to be working on boxing. We've got a couple of different combinations for that. Forms. We're going to be starting with forms today, and we'll be working on kicking too. So we'll run through a couple of those different things. We've got about 30 seconds. We'll give people about 30 seconds to join on.
If you guys have any questions about anything today, absolutely, let us know.
You can always ask through the live chat. We have that enabled. Master Murphy has this phone. He is reading the live chat questions or comments. So if you do have something, we may not get to it immediately if we're in the middle of teaching, but as soon as we see it, we'll go ahead and we'll answer your question.
Rhythm is here. Hey.
Hello. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get it all warmed up. We're going to start with our normal bowing. We're going to go attention. We're going to face the flags. Kugaki, kunye. You're going to face your instructors. Sabum nimge, kunye. We'll do a normal warm-up here for kicks martial arts at least. We're going to roll our shoulders backwards. This just warms up our shoulder area as we are going to do some boxing today.
The Bowmans are watching.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
hello. Hello, guys. Nice to see that we've got a couple of different groups here. And
What's
go
up,
arms
Alex?
forwards.
Alex Reasoner's also watching.
Oh, cool. Hi, Alex. Hi, Eli. Hi, Rhythm. This is going to be a good class. Got a lot of people signed on. From here, we're going to go side to side. As a gentle reminder, please do not, doing martial arts in your home does not give you permission, go up and down, to kick your siblings, to punch your parents, or anything near you. I know for some of us that may sound like it's given, but not for all of us. So this does not give you license to harm anything or anyone physically in your home. Let's go ahead and get it warmed up here. Go ahead and step back, guard and stance. Aya! We're going to do some rising kicks. Now, a rising kick for us, as you guys all know, is a straight-legged hamstring stretch. That means we're swinging our leg up and we're coming back down. I'm going to start low at my belt level. Your goal is to end above your head. We're going to count to 10 with this in Korean. I'll go ahead and count after me. Ready? Hana.
Hana.
Duo.
Duo.
Set.
Set.
Net.
Net.
Tase.
Dase.
Yose.
Yose.
Ilgos.
Ilgo.
Yuda.
Yuda.
Ahot.
Aho.
Yo.
Yo.
Jump switch feet. Aya.
Aya.
Other side. Hana.
Hana.
Duo.
Duo.
Set.
Set.
Net.
Net.
Tase.
Dase.
Yose.
Yose.
Ilgo.
Ilgo.
Yuda.
Yuda.
Ahot.
Aho.
Yo.
Yo.
Alrighty. We're just going to jump right into it today. Our warm-up. This one's going to be a fun one. Master Murphy is going to demonstrate the second part of this warm-up. I'm going to demonstrate the first part of this warm-up today. It's simple. Simple does not mean easy. We're just going to start out with 1 minute of jumping jacks, and then Master Murphy has 1 minute of burpees.
Yeah.
As you can tell, he's really excited about that. So your goal is to give me full extension jumping jacks, none of these little football player jumping jacks, and your goal is to beat me with your jumping jacks. We've got 1 minute here. Go ahead and get ready. Get set. And go. 2,
There we go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20. Do you want to join me, sir?
I gotta save my energy for the burpees, unless you want to join me for the burpees.
I'm okay, sir.
Keep going.
40. 50. 60.
You guys got to beat Master Wagner. She's cruising.
70.
Make sure you guys are clapping those hands, right? Give your arms up. Don't cheat them.
80. Time. That was 1 minute. So I just barely hit 80. If you beat me, tell me in the comments. Now, give you guys about 10 seconds or so. We've got burpees with Master Murphy.
Master Murphy's a bit old and a bit slow, so you absolutely have to beat me. Make sure no burpees like that. No burpees where your feet do that. Keep it 100% your best, right? When you do this, down, all the way out, and jump and reach. Don't cheat.
Master Murphy's absolutely right, except he is only 27, so he's not that old. Right, are you ready, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Your burpees start now! Ooh, somebody got rhythm. Good job, sir. 82.
Good job.
That was awesome. Good. Get those big jumps in there. Master Murphy's doing a really good job of almost breaking my ceiling. It's awesome. Good. Remember, we do these to warm up. We do these to get the blood pumping, but we also do these to make you stronger. That's our goal. I know it's tiring. I know it sucks. I get that, but this is part of becoming a black belt, pushing through. Master Murphy, you have about 15 seconds. You can do it. You can do it. You're almost there, sir. Almost done.
25.
And time. What'd you get to, sir?
27.
27? I have to say, I think my 80 jumping jacks beats your 20.
I think so.
Beats your 27 burpees. Alrighty, we're gonna call time here. If you need any water, grab water at this time. And I'll go ahead and I'll talk and I'll start to explain. Now, if you are from my school, Kicks Martial Arts, we are starting a new curriculum. We're working on a form, Tegik Paljung. I will be explaining this form for about the first 10 or 15 minutes of class or so. Oh, wait, somebody said 25, so close. That's awesome. Good job. I believe that was Jacob. So cool. I am going to be going through Tegik Paljung. Oh, somebody else said 30. Oh, good job. Good job. So, I believe nice. You. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with Tegik Paljung today. If you are from Parker Academy of Martial Arts or United Martial Arts Center, you guys may be working on a different form. That's okay. This could still be really good practice for you guys. I think a lot of people are beating you on these burpees.
It seems like it.
Fantastic. That's just incentive for Master Murphy and I to work out more. Thank you. So when I do this today, I'm going to be performing it from a backwards perspective. So I'm going to be this direction. Reason being so that I don't have to worry about mixing up my lefts and rights. You guys can kind of follow along pretty easily on the screen. I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Master Murphy will be taking questions on his cell phone. So if you guys are confused about like what leg moves or anything, let me know. But we're going to start with our Tegik Paljung. I'm going to turn around. We're facing in our chin beat this direction. So you and I are facing the same direction. Your left leg is going to step forward first, your left leg. Now, as I do this, I'm stepping forward, and I'm stepping into a back stance. My hands come back behind me, and they're going to land in a guarding stance. I'll show it once forwards, and then I'll do it the opposite direction. So I'm stepping here. I'm going into my guarding stance. So from chin beat, my left leg steps, I step, I go, ah! I'm in my back stance, I'm in my guarding stance. From here, tap your front leg, should be your left leg. Your front leg is going to move towards your left side, move sideways. I'm going to turn and I'm going to reverse punch. So that's my right hand reverse punching as I'm in my front stance. So I'll go back to Chibi. Again, my left leg comes forward. I go into my guarding stance and I yell, ah! From here, I reverse punch. Now, as I'm doing this, make sure, I see a lot of us have happy feet when we do this. So we move our feet. If I'm here, I go 1, shift, 2. That's it. I'm not moving anything other than my left leg after I start stepping. So we're going to do that one more time. From here, we're also going to add on. So from our chumbi position, our left leg moves, so we step, guarding stance. I shift, reverse punch. From here, I am going to do what we call a double motion kick. I go right leg, left leg kick. I'm swinging my right leg while my left leg is snapping my kick high into the air. This is a double motion front kick. So from here, I'm going to swing, snap, just like that. I'm going to land back in this same front stance that I just did. My left hand now comes inside block, and I punch, punch. So I go inside block with my left hand, my right hand punches, and my left hand punches. I hope that makes sense. I can't say does that make sense because I don't know, but if you are getting confused, let Master Murphy know in the comments. I'm going to go ahead, we're going to go up to that part 3 times with me. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to move on to our last move that we're going to be learning today. So again,
Could you do that kick going this way one time?
Absolutely. So if I'm here, I just did my guarding stance. I just did my reverse punch. My right leg comes up in a swing. My left leg comes up in a snap. So from here, swing, snap. Just like that, I land back in the same stance I started in. Does that answer a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully, I should be asking over here. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go through that 3 times.
Makes more sense than the video. Good. I'm glad you guys are able to get it.
Wonderful, cool. I'll take it. Thank you. So from here, left leg moves, guarding stance. Shift, reverse punch, come, swing, snap, inside, punch, punch. Just like that. Notice when I do my punch, punch, my shoulders have to stay square. I'm not going sideways with this. My inside block is here. My shoulders stay stuck. My punch, punch is here. My shoulders stay stuck. I'm not wiggling and moving. My upper body, other than my arms, are still like a statue. I'm making sure that I don't move my core. So 2 more times with that section. So from chumbi, left leg is gonna step. I go, I shift, reverse punch. I swing, snap. I go inside block. I punch, punch. And that's as far as we're going. We're gonna do that one more time, then we'll add on our last move, which I think you guys will like. So from our chumbi, left leg moves, we go guarding. Shift, reverse, swing, snap, inside block, punch, punch. From here, do we all remember our C steps? I hope we did from our yellow to blue class, because we're gonna come in, out, reverse punch. Now when I say reverse punch, I mean that our hands are switching, but it's technically a front hand punch when you do this. So if your right leg's in front, your right arm is the one that's switching. We're gonna do this form. Oh, I'm doing great on time. Okay, we're gonna do this form 3 times with me at full speed. Now for these ones, I've been explaining what I'm doing for each move so far. I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna go through this full form up to that reverse punch in our first key. If you do have questions, let me know. So from chumbi, my left is gonna move, ready, and go. And I go back to chumbi. We're gonna do it 2 more times. 2 more times. So again, from our chumbi position. Also, if you don't have room to do this in the house, don't kick things. I know that I said that before, but I really feel like I need to say that again, especially with this group. I'm watching you, Eli. All right, back to chumbi. Left leg moves from here, ready, and go. I go back to chumbi. Last time through. You guys have got this. You're rock stars. You can do this. We're in chumbi. Get ready. Get set. And go. And I go back to chumbi. If you would like, you are more than welcome to practice this at home. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But if you do have questions, please feel free to ask us. That's your first portion of your form. This is Taeguk Paljung. Last rotation, we worked on Taeguk Chiljung. This is Taeguk Paljung. Our lower belts are learning Taeguk Yeokjung. It's part of a series of forms called Taeguk forms. There are 8 in total. My brown and red belts, you guys are going to end up learning a total of 3. So Taeguk Yeokjung, Paljung, and Chiljung, although you won't be tested on Taeguk Yeokjung. Alrighty, from here, yes sir.
Do the form going once this way.
This direction? Absolutely. I'll do it once this direction, and then we should be all set. Do we want to go slow, or should we just go full speed?
I think you can go full speed.
Full speed?
Just to give them a different angle.
Absolutely. So I'll start at the edge of the frame here. So I'm in my chumbi position. Okay, my left leg starts. I'm going to go. Ready? Go! Ah! Ah! And then I go back to chumbi. Wonderful. Alrighty. Do we have any other questions on this form?
None. Unless you guys have any. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you guys have questions. I know it's kind of hard to type really fast. You guys can always say wait, and then we won't move on. But perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Yep, we're going to trade out here. Master Murphy, what's your next section?
We're going to move on to boxing now.
Boxing.
Cool.
Wonderful.
So, you guys can't see my head. There you go. Now you can see everything. So, boxing, this rotation, we're focusing on defense. So, if you remember doing 8 corner blocking at any point, it's kind of like that. It's going to be a little bit closer. We're just going to review these, right? The reason why is martial arts, it's not about how well you can attack. It's about protecting yourself. So, if you can't use these blocks correctly, you're not keeping yourself safe. And that's the whole goal of martial arts, is to stay safe. So we're going to work on head checks today. UMAC and PAMA, I think you guys call these covers. So if I say check or cover, it's the same thing. I'll probably switch out how I word it, but no, it's the same. So what a check or a cover does is it's protecting the side of my head. We got a couple of knockout buttons here, right? You get hit right here or right here, like behind the ear or in the center of the chin, you're going to be sleeping. So we want to really protect this part with our check. So what we do is I bring my hand up. I'm going to comb my hair. I'm going to grab the back of my neck, and I keep my elbow close to myself. So you should be able to say it here. If it goes out here, I still get hit. Same deal. If I come up, I'm grabbing up here, grabbing here. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of opportunities for them to hit us. So you're fully covering your head. No space. The side of my head is against my arm, right? So again, it's here or here. As I check, I can pivot a little bit with the backhand. If I pivot with the front, Master Wagner is throwing a hook to this side of my head. I pivot, I now get hit in the back of the head, because if I pivot wrong, I pivot too much, boom! That doesn't work. So if she throws it, front, I don't have to pivot much. You're right there, but if it's in the back, then I'm gonna have to turn a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little turn with it. It's like I'm throwing across.
I am going to answer a question that I had just got asked as well. Yes, you have learned this form before, especially if you're like a brown black belt or a red black belt now. Alex, that's you. You have done this form before. This should be your second rotation of this form. This Taeguk form is one that you've done in the past, but we haven't done this form for 6 months now.
Correct.
Yeah, so it may seem familiar. That's why. Trust your instincts. Thank you.
Cool. So again, these protect against punches to the side of the head, these checks and covers.
Checks and covers are what they're called as well. Checks or covered. Covers, sorry.
Yeah. So it's here. This protects against punches. If you do see a kick, this is a good self-defense thing too. If you're not sure what's going on and the attack is right here, you can't get out of the way, you don't know what to do, pick up the phone. Do that check or cover. If you're not sure what to do, just pick it up. You may get hit a little bit, but this is going to protect most things, right?
If I'm kicking too, if I'm throwing, let's say I throw a right leg or a back leg round kick technique towards Master Murphy, if he does this cover on me and I step to the side, I'm going to come underneath him. That's a better place for me to hit him. Also, if I end up kicking too high, I'm still hitting his arm or even worse, his elbow. So if I get hit with an elbow, that's not going to feel very good. I'm not going to want to do that again.
Cool. So let's try these out a little bit. We'll go front hand first, just to get you guys going with it. So our hands are up. Make sure when I say hands up, I mean at least one hand is above your chin. Both hands are down here, you get hit. Because that punch is coming here. You're trying to go all the way down here, all the way up here. You're going to lose that battle. My hands are already up. Ow. Ow. It's super fast. You don't have to move far. So when I say check, we're gonna go right back. You're grabbing the back of your neck. Ready? And check. Right back. And check. And right back. I'm gonna turn a little bit so you guys can still make sure you're getting that cover correctly. And check. And back. And check. And back.
Can I add an advanced version, sir?
Absolutely.
If you've done these before and you're like, oh my gosh, these are easy, I've got this. While you're doing this checking technique, you can go ahead. Can we have them take a step while they do it, sir?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead. Let's take a step forwards here. So you're going to step forward as you do that check. Watch this motion here. It's not crossing your feet. It's not back foot to front foot. It's front steps and you land back in that guarding stance. Go ahead, sir.
Let's try these out a little bit faster now. Or actually, sorry, let's go to the other side. So other side, backhand, okay, same deal. You're here, everything's tucked in and it's close, right? So when I say go, you're gonna check, right back. Hands, one hand above the chin at all times. It can be out here. I don't mind if it's out, I just mind that it's up, right? Using this backhand, elbow close to your head. Ready? And check. And check. I'll have Master Wagner jumping into the side. I'm going to be doing it facing this way. She's going to face this way. She'll also do the steps with it too. So if you're doing the advanced version, you're going to do it with the steps. Ready? And check. And check. And one more check. And reset.
One thing that you may naturally feel yourself doing while you're doing these checks, especially with your backhand, I'm going to have Master Murphy do one of these. I'll go and face towards the camera for me, sir. When he does this check, when he comes all the way up, his back foot naturally pivots. It's okay to do that. And when you're stepping with this as well, you may land in a pivot position. If I'm here, that's okay. This coming up, I'm still making sure that I'm balanced and strong, but that back pivot is super okay to do. All right, sir.
Let's add more defense and strikes to it now. Okay, so you're going to go front hand is going to check. After you check, you're going to give me a defensive movement because we're focusing on defense this rotation. So that means you could go check, block. You could go check, slip. I think we have a comment or something or a question. I'm not sure. Check. You can slip the other way. You're going front hand check and then some sort of movement.
Ooh, that's a really good question, Alex. So the question is, when would you step when doing a check and when would you not step?
Good question.
Yeah.
So the check, when you step, it's to stop momentum. So if you see this big motion that's really, is going to damage you, you're going to step into it. And I'm not necessarily even fully covering, but I want to stop their momentum. So if you see it's coming in strong, they're bigger than you, step in. Throw an elbow, throw all that stuff afterwards. If that big swing comes here and you don't move, woo, I can still knock you off your feet. But if it's like, I would say, in a sparring situation or they're the same size, that punch doesn't have as much power, you can be safer not worrying about that. But very good question.
Going off of that too, especially if it's a larger or stronger person than yourself, I'm guessing a lot of y'all play video games. I do too. Oftentimes we have to charge up our larger techniques. Noticing that if we have a path for our technique in a video game, at the end of that path is my maximum power. It's the exact same thing with your momentum. It's physics. So if I'm swinging here and I have a full momentum and I'm coming all the way through, if I make contact with Master Murphy during this time, this is full extension. This will cause him the most harm even if he's checking. When he comes in closer to me and he does the step or slide or whatever you choose to call it, when he's coming in here, he's stopping that momentum early and he can actually cause physical pain and damage to me by coming in and hitting the lower parts of my arm. It stops the momentum straight, but I may still continue forward and damage my shoulder, my rotator cuff. That's why you'd want to do this technique. It also allows you to change your distancing patterns too. So if you have someone who's farther away from you and they like to fight far away from you, and you have the opportunity to slide in if I'm swinging at him, he's going to try that again because he's going to step in. If he has the opportunity to slide in here, now he may be shorter than me, he may be smaller than me. This is his opportunity to get in and get close. So against a taller fighter, this could be really effective.
Cool. So let's add the defense to it again. So again, it's check and give me some sort of something. I don't care about the feet today. I want to make sure the top half is working. We want to get this flowing, and then once this is flowing, you don't have to think about it anymore. We get really in depth with this, but we're just going to kind of keep it nice and easy, focusing on these hands for me, okay? So just check with the front, slip, bob, weave, block. You can even check with the other hand, but when I say go, it's aya. Ready? And go. So check, move. Try to be faster than me. I'm going to do a little bounce. You can do that bounce too. And go. Check, moves. And I'm stepping in. So like we were saying, it's okay to step. Practice both. Sometimes step, sometimes don't. Ready, go. Check, move. And 2 more. Ready, go. Check, move. And 1 more, go. Check, block. Just like that. Make sense? So sometimes you got to do those 2 blocks, one right after the other. But we'll do this side one more time. You have anything you want to add?
No, sir. Yeah, I did not mean to hop in there earlier. That's okay.
No, you're good. So now, same hand, still checking, but you're going to throw a counter attack with the opposite hand or opposite foot. I don't want you to throw same side because from this check, you're not getting much out of this. But if I check, that cross is going to really blast. Or I check, that kick, boom, is going to blast through. So you're not only protecting yourself, you're setting yourself up for a bit of power. Cool? So when I say go, aya, ready? Hands up, little bounce. Again, if you want to add those steps, you can. And go, aya. And go, aya. And go, aya. And last one, go, aya. Does that kind of make sense? So you can block or attack from those checks. Let's do the other hand, same thing though, okay? So check with the back, and then give me some sort of block. And when we block, it can be the same side or opposite side. Defenses, you just gotta react to whatever's coming towards you, right? So boom, and then slip. Or boom, check. Doesn't matter. When I say go, aya. Hands up, and bouncing, ready? And go, aya. And go, aya. And go, aya. And 2 more, ready, go, aya. And last one, go, aya. Now we're gonna add the punch to it, and then we'll move on, okay? So again, checking on this side. I'm not gonna get any power on that same side, so we'll come through other side. So it's check, attack. Doesn't matter what the attack is, just try to keep it on this side because this hand checks. Ready? And go. Aya. And go. Aya. Couple more. Ready? Go. Aya. 2 more. Ready? Go. Aya. And last one. Go. Aya. Cool. So that's it for the checks. As we go through this rotation, we're going to be adding more and more blocks to it, but it's a lot of the same thing. You learn the move, then you can defend or attack before or after. And again, we'll also add the footwork to it too. We got to make sure this is good. If this ain't good, doesn't matter what you do afterwards.
Absolutely. Not only are we working on head checks, we're also working on body checks, we're working on leg checks, we're working on keeping our binoculars up, we're working on parries. There's a ton that we're working on this rotation for our defensive work. Our goal is to eventually be able to teach some of that in studio, but we'll see. We may keep going on online classes here for a while, depending on our lockdown. Here's how things are going to work from here. We are going to move into our next set of curriculum. We've got two. Yes, sir?
Is it normal to be feeling weird? What exactly do you mean by weird?
If you mean like awkward, like the checks feel awkward, at a start, yes, because you haven't practiced it. If that's your question, hopefully I've answered it. What I like to do, at least with these checks or designated defensive movements, is, yeah, I do practice them alone, but I also put them into combinations that I think work really well with them, and that's what I practice with them usually in sparring. But again, if you want to clarify what weird means, that is completely fine with us too. We'll answer your question. We're going to move on to turning kicks now. Our goal is to also do some weapons at the end of the day today. When you do a turning kick, you want to make sure that it's not technically a 360-degree technique. You're aiming your kick for straight forwards with your back leg, which means it's a 180 degrees, whether or not you end up forwards or backwards. Master Murphy is going to go over, he's going to kind of explain our first major turning kick for the day, and then we'll turn it into our 360 kick. So we start with our turning kicks, we're going to merge into our outside 360 kicks for the day. Go for it, sir. I'll keep an eye out here, sir.
Sounds good. So we have a basic rule for all turn or spin kicks. Most of you guys know what it is. It's 3 steps. The first step is turn. Second step is look. Third step is strike. So I'm in my guarding stance facing you guys. The first thing I'm going to do is turn. Now, a lot of people make this way more difficult because they don't move their front foot when they turn. So when I don't move or pivot, and I just turn, this foot stays back here. I don't turn as much. I put a lot of pressure and stress on that knee. It's not fun. So as I turn the heel towards my target. It's like I'm getting ready to run away. So again, turn, pivot the heel, shoot the elbow towards the target. You guys are the target, so I'm gonna shoot my elbow towards you. And look, if you don't see your target, you kick, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna miss. So again, turn, look. From here, we're gonna do a turn back kick. So my toes point down. Cool, and actually we'll land in front. So again, I go turn, look, kick, down. Don't turn until you finish the kick. If I turn while I kick, it looks like this. That's like a weird hook kick, not working kick at all. So straight line in, land that foot right in front, closer to your target, right? If I were to kick towards Master Wagner, it's here, turn, kick. Oh, so sorry, I thought you were moving back. I'm so sorry. And then land here.
Stepping into you, sir, to show the effectiveness of this kick.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Cool. So again, turn, look, strike. Now you can turn this to a side kick. The only difference is my toes are now sideways, but I'm not going for it.
His hips still end up sideways as well. So if your hips are facing backwards, this is a back kick. If your hips are facing sideways, this is a side kick. Those are your 2 main differentiators here. A turning back kick, so where your hips are facing backwards and your toes are down, is faster. So if I'm rushing in on Master Murphy here, like I just did, if I'm here, this technique is designed to actually come upwards. It can be a knockout kick going to the chest, throat, or chin here. If I'm stepping in, he's coming up high. This turning side kick could be if you have a little bit more time. This can build some power, but it's coming around. This one's aiming more towards the ribs, more towards the side area here. Your biggest differences there again are where your hips are facing and where your toes are facing. Go ahead, sir.
Let's add the step in. Yeah, so we're gonna add a step to this. This is what makes it the 360, just not a jump yet. So if you want to kick, I'm gonna kick with my right leg. So it's a leg that's in front. Have the leg that you want to kick with in front.
What I'm going to do here, sorry to interrupt, I will face backwards. So I will face as you guys are facing. Master Murphy will face forwards. That way, if you get confused, you can follow along with me with how you're supposed to stand, but Master Murphy will demonstrate what the kick looks like as well.
Cool. So we're going to be in our guarding stances. So the leg we want to kick with is in front, right? It's in front. From here, our back leg takes a full step forward, and it's going to go towards the target, towards our belly button. From here, that was 180. We got to finish doing the turn. So we turn.
And the leg that we just stepped with.
Look. We're going to kick with the leg that's furthest away. So it's the opposite leg that you stepped with. You step with one leg, kick with the other leg, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Cool. Let's try it again. So our hands are up. Again, the leg that you want to kick with is in front. We're going to take the leg that's in back, take a full step forward, turn, look, strike. Cool thing about this one is if you're really paying attention, I continue turning the same direction the whole time. I don't want to start turning this way and then try to turn that way. That doesn't work. I start turning this way, I continue turning that way. Sound cool? So let's try 3 in the air. When I say go, step, kick. Ready? And go. Step, turn,
Hi-ya!
And down. Again, we're landing in front. We're going forward with this. We're not landing it back. 2 more. Ready, go. Step, turn.
Hi-ya!
And down. Last one. Ready, and go. Step, turn.
Hi-ya!
And down. Let's go ahead and switch our feet. Let's try the other side. We'll breeze through that, and then
So my left leg was just in front. Your right leg should be in front now. Our belly should be facing this direction.
cool. So again, the leg that you want to kick with is in front. The leg that we're going to step with first is in back. So we step with one leg, turn, look, kick
Hiya!
the other leg. And again, your toes can be sideways or straight down on this. You can either turn back kick or turn side. Let's try it again from here. Leg that's in back, steps, turn, strike.
Hiya!
Full speed 2 times. When I say go, step and kick. Ready? I'm facing the right way. And go.
Hiya!
2 more. Ready? Go. Step.
Hiya!
Down. Last one. And go. Step, turn.
Hiya!
Landing in. Cool. Thank you, ma'am.
Absolutely. Now going off what, based off of this 360-degree outside turning back kick, as we call it so profoundly, what can I do off of this? So what other kicks can I learn from what I just learned?
Oh, so the spin stays the same. So it's always the back leg to front leg. But any turn kick you know. So turn back kick, turn hook kick, turn crescent kick. Any turn that's coming that way, you can do, right? I can step in, hook kick. I can step in, crescent kick. The whole time, you just got to keep turning the same way. And I'm not going behind me, I'm going forward to crank out these kicks on this one.
That's going off of this foot positioning. You can also turn or 360-degree axe kick. You can 360-degree front kick as well. Those are just a little bit more complicated with where your hip positioning lands. So that may be where we will also teach as well. But with these 360-degree turns, start with that straight angle, then continue to go ahead and turn around. Do we have a question?
Could we do any leg? Yeah. You guys can do any leg you want. We're usually going to do both sides every time we teach class. So it's okay if you start with the other side because you're going to do both.
Yeah, I would actually recommend starting with your not good side first, just because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I get really angry when things aren't perfect. So if I start out with my bad side and then I end with my good side, I always end up feeling better about the technique than I did when I started. That's just a little tip that I use as a type A person who really likes things to be perfect. But you can do it either way. You can start with your good side first and then with your bad side. Eventually, both should be your good side though. I do have one more technique that I want to do with the kicks that we have done today, with the turning back kicks and the turning side kicks. We're going to be working on it's called chair kicking, but it's done a little bit differently than the chair kicking at Parker Academy or United Martial Arts. If you don't have a chair to hold on to, try to find something to lean onto. If you don't have anything that you can lean on right now, that's okay. You can still use the air. It just might be a little bit awkward for you. But Master Murphy and I are going to go ahead. We're going to grab chairs really quickly to demonstrate this, and then we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. Sir? So we're going to build leg strength a little bit with these techniques. I'm not often able to teach you guys different chair kicking techniques just because we don't want chairs on the mats very often. I say as we put chairs on the mats. What we're going to do with this technique is we're going to start with a 1-minute leg hold on each side with a side kick or a back kick. I know a minute sounds like a long time, but I think you guys can handle it. After that, we're actually going to be moving into a hip and kicking technique. This is not something you'd use in real life, but something just to build your strength and flexibility. So go ahead, pick your favorite leg to start. That's going to be the leg kicking and holding out. You can choose a side kick or a back kick, although I have to say if you're doing a back kick, this does not count as a leg hold. I'm not leaning over my chair. I want you guys up, and I want your posture up as well too, please. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get my handy dandy watch ready to go. We're going to do 1 minute of a kicking hold here, 1 minute. So go ahead and chamber for me. Make sure that you have a nice pivot. Make sure your chest is up. Make sure you're ready to go. And kick. Awesome. Now, you can start low like I am. If you want to keep yourself steady the entire time, try to pick a spot and stay there. If you're feeling ambitious, though, I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate. Lean yourself down a little bit farther. Not this, but this here. Pivot more than you think you need to, and kick and come up higher. So again, we're just going to hold this for 1 minute. If you'd like to, if you want to take this as a challenge, get rid of the chair. Notice that's something I'm still working on my left side, which is my bad side.
Like a horse kick, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly how horses kick.
Yes, mule kick, horse kick, back kick, all of those mean the same things. When I was a little kid, I was taught that this is called a donkey kick. So yes, those are all the same kicking techniques. We're going to keep holding here. Again, 1 minute feels a lot longer than it actually is, especially when you're in pain. And time. Chamber, and come back down. That was one side. We're going to switch our chairs, Master Murphy and I. We're going to do the other side now. Same deal as before. Make sure you chamber, kick, hold that kick out there as much as you can for me. We've got 1 minute. Go ahead and chamber, ready, and kick. Notice now this is Master Murphy's bad side and my better side. When you do this, this might be a good opportunity to practice working on your sword foot, meaning your toes are pulled back, your heel and the outside of your foot, the pinky side of your foot, is pushing forwards here. This could be a good opportunity to work that. You okay, sir?
Losing balance.
Losing your balance?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good. So with this does build your leg strength. It builds quad strength. It builds hamstring strength. There's a lot of different muscles that this works. You might feel it in your bottom too. That's okay. That's normal. That's where you're supposed to feel this technique. If you're leaning over like this, though, you won't get as much of a workout. You want to make sure that your leg's up and that your posture's up too. And time. All right. The last thing that we're going to do with these, you can go ahead and switch your chair back to where it is, or just switch yourselves around. Over there,
Yes, ma'am.
What we're going to work with this last one, we are actually going to be facing our chairs, and my hands are going to be on the chair with this one. What I'm doing, again, you can do this without the chair if you choose to. I will demonstrate this without the chair. Master Murphy will demonstrate this with the chair. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be lifting up whichever knee you choose. So I'll start with my left knee. You're going to be lifting up your knee here, and you're going to be kicking back behind you. Now, with this one, I do want your stomach facing downwards, but instead of leaning on your chair, both hands should be planted firmly on your chair. We'll rechamber and we'll set back down. We're going to do what we call, it's called an isometric stretch style. So you're going to be flexing your muscles as hard as you can when you throw this technique out here. We're going to do 5 on each leg. So if I'm here, I want to stand with both feet flat, facing this direction. My goal is to be kicking towards this direction. So I'm going to chamber and kick. We're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. We've got 4 more now, 4 more. Again, really flex all your muscles. Make sure that you feel a burn when you do this. If you don't need a chair, great, but now try to get your leg up higher each time. So from here, ready, chamber, and kick out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. I lost my balance there a little bit. We're going to do 3 more. Ready, chamber, and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. All right, I believe we have 2 more, sir.
Sounds right.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to do this again. Chamber, and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. You should feel this in both legs. That's completely natural. 1 more time. Last one on this leg. Ready, chamber, and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chamber and reset. Even sometimes we lose our balance. We're going to do the other side now. So this is our other leg. Could be your right leg, could be your left. Doesn't matter to me, but we've got the other side. From here, chamber and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. We're going to try it again. Ready, chamber, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rechamber, set it down. You know, if you want to challenge your parents to this, I'm sure they would be more than happy to take this as well. We're going to try it again. Number 3, ready, chamber, and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great chamber. Set it down. This is now number 4. Chamber and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chamber. Set it down. Last one. Last one. Ready? Chamber and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chamber. Set it down. Shake your legs out. You're probably feeling a little bit of a burn here. That's okay. What we're going to move on to next is probably going to be the hardest part of our class today, just when it comes to expressing this over the internet and theory. We're going to be working on our eskrima sticks, or weapons. We're going to be doing 6 count. We also call this Sinawali or double Sinawali. Other schools may use that term as well. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my sticks. I will be right back. Master Murphy's going to explain a little bit more about how this technique and this drill works.
Cool. So when it comes to 6 count, when it comes to striking with weapons, with these eskrimas, a lot of people get in the habit of leading with the tip. So the part that's in front, they kind of get like this. If I try to hit somebody like this, that's never going to be effective. So whenever we strike, you're leading with the end. We call it the puño, right? So the end of the stick is actually what's leading. You're going all the way through the other shoulder, right? No matter whether I'm going right hand high or left hand low, I always lead with the end of this stick. I strike through to come around. I'm not leading here. If I try to smack somebody like this, either A, I'm not going to hurt them, or B, if my arm's straight and I'm leaning here and they're really strong, or I hit like a wall or something, this loses. Not them, me. So I'll go ahead, lead with the end, and then follow through the tip.
If you do not have an eskrima stick at home and you're freaking out right now, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this portion of the class. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. It sounds funny, but you guys can actually use pens and pencils as eskrima sticks. I know they're a little bit smaller, but you can use, Master Murphy has little markers. You can still learn this drill even by only using pens and pencils. So you are more than welcome. If you have a eskrima stick, cool. If your parents are like, don't swing that in the house, they're probably right, and you should use your pens and pencils as well. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show this and demonstrate this full speed.
With spoons. I like that.
That's awesome. Yes, spoons are great.
Yes. So yeah, Jesse, again, if you don't have sticks, you can use pencils, anything like that. It doesn't have to be long. It can be this big. You're just learning the path with your hand. So anything that works, the longer the better.
You can even do this with open hands. Master Murphy and I can actually demonstrate this drill with open hands. So let's say we're doing our double 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's your open hand. You can use open hands, you can use sticks, you can use pens or pencils. That's totally okay. Wooden spoons are great. Spatulas, there we go. You can use several different items.
Yeah. We're
going to demonstrate this drill with eskrima sticks. We're going to show that on each other, and then I will show the first 3 moves and how to work them from there. So, if Master Murphy and I...
nunchucks work. Not quite, because it has a cord in it. It's a little different.
If you hold on to both nunchucks in one hand, it should.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So if I'm here, Master Murphy and I are both tucked in. We're going to strike 1 high. We're going to strike 2 low. And we're going to strike 3 high. From there, we tuck underneath. And we would get ready for our other side, which would be 1 high, 2 low, 3 high. We're going to show this full speed once, then I'll go really slow in depth on how to do this correctly. So for here, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. Thank you for not creaming me, Master Murphy.
No problem.
So I will go ahead. I'm going to turn and face towards the back as I do this. Just like I did with forms. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop to my knees to do this. So that way you guys can see me a little bit better. Hopefully you can see a high and a low angle. If you do have questions on where my stick is going, please ask. So I'm going to start here. Now, both of my sticks are on my right side right now. My right hand is on my right shoulder. My left side is tucked underneath in my armpit here. From this position, my right hand is going to come out and hit high. As I'm hitting high, it's going to come back to my left shoulder. So notice it starts high and it ends high. So again, I go from shoulder, hit high to shoulder. From here, my left hand, so my second hand, is going to do strike number 2. Strike number 2 comes low, so I come down here, and I'm going to pair back onto the same shoulder that my other stick is on. From there, my right hand comes out. I'm hitting with my back hand when I do this, just like a back fist, and then I'll tuck underneath. And again, it's like we just started, except I'm on my left side now instead of my right. We're going to reset back to our right side. So again, right stick on shoulder, left stick underneath. We're going to go high with the right hand, tuck to our left shoulder. We're going to go low with the left hand, tuck to our shoulder on the same side. We're going to use our back fist high, and we're going to tuck underneath. We'll try this. I'll do it 1 or 2 more times, and then I'll show it, and we'll try to go full speed a couple times. If you guys need me to slow this down, please go ahead and let me know. So I'm here. We go high and back. We're going to go low. We're going to go onto the same shoulder. We're going to go back fist with our right hand and tuck underneath. We'll reset. 1 more time slow. High and back. Low. Same shoulder. High and under. We'll try it full speed. Let's do this about 3 or 4 times or so, just to make sure you guys feel comfortable. So if I'm here, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3. And reset. We'll do it 2 more times. 2 more times. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3. And 1 more time. 1 more time. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3. And if you guys would like, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually type in my email address in the comments here. If you're confused on this, or you just want me to check and make sure that you're doing it correctly, take a video, email it to me, or share it on Google Drive or something. I can watch it. I watch every single video you guys send me, and I'll give you guys some constructive comments and feedback too if you would like. Let me go ahead. I'll type that in right now, and we'll go ahead and move on from there. We've got a couple more things that we're going to do today. So my email is vicwagner13@gmail.com. I'll type that in here. There we go. All right, cool. So the last couple things that we wanted to do today, I did want to sit for a couple minutes and take any questions if you guys had them. Anything curriculum, class scheduling, how things are going to work from here on out. If you have a question, I'm going to answer it now. And then after that, we have a little game we're going to play. It's going to be awesome. So if you have questions, feel free to let us know now. As of right now, we are anticipating to be closed until the end of the month. However, I have heard word that starting tomorrow, we are going to be on lockdown. So basically staying inside our homes. Our goal is to still teach inside the studio here, but if we can't do that, you may see a setting change. Basically, I do have a home gym. I'll go ahead and I will, my father has a home gym, let's be clear, and I will go ahead and be using that just to teach classes. But if you do have questions, feel free to let me know. I think we're set. You guys can always rewatch these at any time too. So if you didn't get that a Scream Apart, first and foremost, you can go through and just pick sections to watch. But I think we can just kind of finish out with our game, sir.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. So the last game that we're going to play today, you guys have done. Oh, the leadership. Thank you, Jad. That's cool. So our personal leadership, we have a couple that we were talking about or working on. The one that we'll talk about today is our Black Belt Success Cycle. So there is several different steps to our Black Belt Success Cycle. The first one is know what you want. So make sure that you know what your goal is, what your plan is in mind. I'll pick my goal. I want to get my 5th degree in about 1.5 years. So I know what I want. My second step now is to have a plan. My plan right now, whew,
What?
yeah, have a plan, sorry. I never learned this step. So my second step, having a plan, is basically creating a training program for myself that I continuously use. The third one is have a teacher to help. My teacher is Grandmaster Natsuki. You guys may have seen him before. He was one of my first instructors, the original owner of Kicks Martial Arts. So I'll be looking to him for guidance. Master Murphy and I both will be on our quest for our 5th degree. Our next step is to take consistent action. So now I made my plan for working out. I have to stick to it. Oh no, that's the part that a lot of us have the biggest problem with, but you have to continuously get into a routine. That's why we're keeping our classes 3 days a week. Keep your routine, take that action consistently. From there, we knew what we want. We had a plan. We had a teacher to help. We are taking consistent action. Now from here, we are reviewing our progress, and we'll renew our goals. So if I'm reviewing my progress based on where I'm at right now, I have some time, right? I have about 1.5 years. Let's say I attain my 5th degree. I have to renew that goal. So step number 6, my goal renewal for them would be get my 6th degree, or maybe open up another martial arts school. We'll see. Those are my 6 steps for the Black Belt Success Cycle. I'll go through them one more time. Know what you want, have a plan, have a teacher to help, take consistent action, review your progress, and renew your goals. If you have any other questions, let us know. Let's go ahead. We'll play one game. I know I see that y'all are in small spaces. That's okay.
Everybody's saying thank you too.
Thank you guys. Super duper. I really do appreciate your support. I know we're not open for regular classes, but I will do this for as long as it takes, for as many classes as it takes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Our last step here. I'm going to play a game.
Yeah.
This game you can use in place, so you don't have to move it around too much. This is duck and jump. What's this? Ooh, okay. Yes. So if the goal is get as strong as you can, your goal renewal, you're right, Alex. That would be just continuously setting new benchmarks for what makes you stronger. I'll give an example. Master Sire, he is super strong, right? I mean, the man is amazing. He's awesome. He continuously, he lifts weights. So his new max is what they call it, is something new every single time he reaches his goal already. Yeah, thank you. So that's kind of the way that you can do that there. You just elevate that new max or that new strength. If it's not tangible, if it's more intangible, that gets a little bit more complicated. We can talk about that later. You can email me about that. But let's go ahead. Master Murphy and I are going to play our last game, which is a version of duck and jump. If you want to play, you're more than welcome to. I have 2 paddles over here. Master Murphy's going to be running in place. As he runs in place, if you hear... that means you stop and do a burpee. If I say up, you jump. So we'll finish out with this. This will just be a fun little exit game. So from here, ready, and your goal is to
be faster than me.
Yeah, beat Master Murphy, please. Up, up, up. I messed with Master Murphy. I did hope you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed class today. We're going to go ahead and bow it out. If you do have any other questions, do not hesitate to contact me in any way. It doesn't matter if you're from KMA or UMAC or KICS, email me, talk to me. We want to keep you guys in martial arts even if you're at home. So thank you. Let's bow it out.
We also have our yellow through blue belt class. If you have friends who are interested in trying it out, show them the yellow through blue belt classes.
You guys can also take those too. You can take any classes that we have online. That's completely fine. In our yellow through blue belt classes, we're learning Teguk Yukjang, which is a different form. They're working on hook kicks, and they're working on bob and weaves too. But let's bow out. We'll go ahead, Shirya. Face the flags. Fugaki Kunye. Face your instructors. Sabum Ninge Kunye. Nice and loud. What's our goal?
Black belt excellence, ma'am.
Class is dismissed. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be on for another 30 seconds or so. Yeah, ask any questions if you guys have it. But thank you. Good job today.